And I'm gonna set up over here. That way I get the straightaway. I can just like pull it straight. So probably right about there. All right. Mm-hmm. 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 Go like this. All right. So we have our water purifier. So we're gonna hook up to the client's water. I'll show you guys that, but the water is gonna run through this side here. It's gonna go into a carbon filter. Then it's gonna follow this red tube. It's gonna hit the reverse osmosis. There's a drain port here just so the pressure doesn't build up, and I always put that off to the side, usually in the grass, so we can, you know, water the plants or whatever it is. So the pressure relief valve is here, and then the water that is able to flow is going to go up this red tube into this resin filter, and that's where it comes out and to connect to our blue hose reel. So we'll go ahead and connect that first. All right. Always make sure the O-ring's pushed down. Go ahead and just tighten this up. Alright, get it nice and snug. So right here it's snug. I'll twist it just a little bit. And go ahead and open the lever here so I can actually pull it out. And cool. Set this aside for now. We will go ahead and hook up our hose. So that's going out this way. We're going to take this side of the hose, connect it to right here. And just like the other side, when we get it nice and kind of tight, right? It's nice and snug. Give it just a little bit more. Nothing crazy. Always connect this to here just so I don't forget it. And I know exactly where I left it. It doesn't get blown away or kicked around or anything. All right. We're gonna make sure not to damage their plants. So we'll go like this. One thing I like to do actually is I like to turn it on in case any bugs crawled up in there or dirt got in there. Make sure that it actually turns on. So now we'll connect our water hose. Go ahead and turn it on. And water will start coming out of our blue hose reel. And I'll get this out of the way. That's good. So for the first minute or so, you're going to see like water kick in and stuff moving. Basically, water's just filling up everything and making it nice and watertight. So what I like to do is just turn this off when I'm not using it. And we hit the straightaway. All right. We got this good long straightaway. Gets us about halfway there. And I'm only going to go to the back door. So I'll pull a little bit. 1, 2, and that should be good. 3. I just want it long enough to reach the last window and then up there. So that should be good. Actually, pretty damn perfect. Okay, we'll set up over here. I'm actually always going to start up top first because water could run down and get these dirty. So if I were to clean this one and that one, the water could run down and splash the windows. So if we're doing a 2-story house, we always start up on top. All right, I'll kick this bad boy out. Go ahead and just push it in. Right, so when you turn this on, water will start flowing out of there, right? So now I'm going to take this, kind of get all the kinks out, get all the twists, and I'm going to send it down the bottom of this pole so it can come out of this little port there. All right, there we go. Right, once it's in there, you'll fill it, so you got to kind of twist it, and that way it comes out of that side. There we go. See how it's poking out now? So now I'll take this, same thing, I'm just going to push it in there. And when you guys are taking it out, you don't just pull it out, you actually got to pull the little black clip down and then slide it out. So putting it in, you just push it in, pulling it out, you pull the black clip down and pull it out. So I like to make it nice and flush, just like that. So now this lever is going to stop the water. It's going to be able to turn it off and on when you're not using it. So now I'll go ahead and turn this on. Water will come out. And since I'm not going to be using it just yet, I'm going to get up on the roof. I'm going to turn it off so we're not getting water everywhere. And that is how we rock and roll. We're all set up. Screens are off of the exterior windows. I'm able to climb up here, wash these windows pretty quick, and I'm going to finish up in the front, and I'm going to be able to hit that side too because I have just enough length to do everything now. So cheers. And just like that, guys, I'm going to show you guys exactly how we wash an exterior window using the water fed pole. I got the water off and on switch right here on top. And you can already see, just like that, dirt is coming off these windows, guys. So what I do is I always start with the frame, okay? So I'm gonna brush the frame, get everything nice and clean before we even touch the glass, okay? Because this is where a lot of the dirt builds up. See, like the bottom frame here? Look at that. Nasty, right? The frames, the cracks, the crevices, that's where the dirt likes to build up. So we always start there. Include this frame too. Man, this one's dirty. And going up the sides, make sure we get every piece of the frame. Back to where we started. Now frame is like scrubbed down, right? It's not clean yet, but it is scrubbed down. It's activated is what I like to say. Now we clean the edges of the glass, right? Basically the frames of the glass, because that's where a lot of people miss. So if you start where people miss, you're already ahead of them. All right, hit that corner, go down this way, this corner. All right, now we'll scrub the actual glass. Frame is scrubbed, corners are scrubbed. Now we'll get a good window wash. And you guys, since we have the water purifier hooked up to all this stuff, we don't even have to dry the exterior windows. It's just, it dries itself, right? The water dries, we have purified water, so we don't have to squeegee it off or scrub it, anything else, right? We're just getting the dirt off the windows dry, and they are crystal clear, right? Boom. Just like that. All right, now keep in mind, see where I keep the water, how it's shooting the glass here? I don't want to wet up here because then it's going to drip down and hit the windows, right? So I'm only spraying right about here, right? That way any water that does drip is purified water and it'll just disappear. And bingo, this one is checked out. This one needs some attention. So remember, we already did the frame, so now we're doing the corners of the glass. All right here, same thing down here, go all the way up. All right, boom. All right, and just like that, guys, we are pretty close to washing this window. A little extra scrubbing because this one was pretty dirty. I like to do about 3 or 4 passes per pane of glass. And if you don't know, like, this is one window, but this is one pane, and this is also one pane. Basically where the glass disconnects is a pane, so each pane needs to be scrubbed individually. Here we go. Right, now we're gonna get a good rinse. We want the water to just run down on its own, okay? So that when it dries crystal clear and we're not getting any callbacks. Cheers.